Hello, welcome to another coding ASMR video. Today, I'm gonna be coding a simple game of rock, paper, scissors in Java. Rock, paper, scissors in Java, while giving you the tingles. So before I begin, this is Akshan. He is going to hide in this video, and at one point he's gonna swing around and pop in. If you do happen to find him, comment down below the timestamp. So let's begin. So this is my Java app. It's empty. All it does is print hello world, and now what I'm going to do is make a game of rock, paper, scissors. So let's begin. Rock, paper, scissors. That famous game. Like rock beats scissors, which beat paper, and paper beats rock. So let's do that. So there are choices. Let's do an array of all of the choices. And this will be all the choices. So the choices are rock, paper, and scissors. No, I was using square brackets because I thought we were coding in JavaScript, but it is, we're doing it in Java, so we're doing an array like this. You declare an array. It's a list of values in the same data type, and these are all the choices. And so let's do something. I'm going to create all this program, by the way, will be in one method. And so yeah, so I'm going to do a loop. So while, wait, let's not do a loop right now because I want to get the player user to choose something. So let's declare a scanner. I'm going to declare a scanner, and that would allow, and I have to import it. A scanner is something that lets you input something, lets the user input something. Like that. And now the first thing I'll do is get the player user input. So something like enter choice is out. Enter a choice. So, and I'm going to make the user input numbers. 1 equals rock. Okay. 2 will be paper, and I'm gonna do the third one. Will be scissors. And so yeah, so yeah, I'm going to now create a new variable. Let's do a variable int x equals player choice, p choice for the player, and it will be in.next int. That gets the player to input a number between 1 and 3. And so other, and yeah, other number will convert it to rock. Will be defaulted to rock. Alright, if you can see, there it is. This is what it is, which is what I'm trying to do. So I'm doing it, put it in two lines, just concatenate with another string. Okay, so I'm going to run this to see how it looks like. Okay, so first things, I see hello world, and it tells you to enter a choice. And I'm going to print out the player choice, which will be a number. Okay. Yeah, so I get user input and it prints out the number. And so I'm going to use this number and access the variable, each of these string variables in the array. And I'm going to do that and use the number as the input. So yeah, I'm gonna now use input. So let's now print a message. I'm going to now print a message of what the player chose. And let's say input, because I might make another variable that will store the string, a string of any of these. And so I chose, it'll say you chose, and I'm gonna get one of these. So access the array choices, and then p choice input +1. I use +1 here because I want to access the array, but all of the values start at 0. So if I get to player 1, oh no, it's -1. It's -1. So I get to player. If I choose 1, I'm going to now. I want to access rocks, so I go to the array of string, access the array of string, and the index will be 0 since rock is the 0th element. Paper is 1, and scissors is 2. Okay, so let's run it. I'm gonna run it and see if I test it, if it works. So yeah, I chose rock, and if I choose 3, scissors. Okay, I'm going to handle an exception, which is index array out of bounds. I'm going to put it in a try catch. So if the user inputs a negative value or a value that's outside of these numbers, I am going to convert it to rock, let's say that. So and I'm going to store this in another variable. So p choice is that. Or yeah, let's do that. Create an empty string, and place a try catch, which will handle an exception if the choice is so I'm going to run this code, and if I ever catch a index out of bounds exception, I am going to sys out invalid option, choice is now rock, is autoed to rock. Let's say that. Not sure if that word even exists. Okay. NP choice equals choices at 0. And then fix this line. Okay. So I'm going to try it again to see how it works. If I choose 2, I chose paper. And if I do it again, if I choose a number like 4, I choose rock, because this I picked 4. I picked 4, and this tried to run, but this threw an exception, which is index out of bounds exception, which is basically if you give a number, try to access a number that's outside of the range, which is 0 to 2 in this case, I'm going to get the error. But I caught that, and I just say invalid option. I give it to rock. Choice is auto to rock. Okay, so that's good. And then print out what you choose. Okay. So that's done. The player chose. I got the way to get the player choice. And now what I'm going to do is get the computer to choose something. So okay, so I'm going to now have to make a random generator. So generates anything from rock, paper, scissors. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is do a random object RNG new random, and I have to import it. Yeah, so I have to import random because it's the package, it's the class in Java util, and every time I am going to get the computer to choose. So I am going to now do something. So these are the choices, and so C choice equals an empty string. Oh, I don't have to do that. I could do that. And how I declare stuff. Okay, so these strings are basically what stores the choices between players and computers. And now I'm going to get the computer to choose, and I'll do RNG, which is a random, and next int, and that will give you a number between 0 and, I want to generate a number between 0 and choices, so choices.length. or no, that's not how I did. I do RNG choices. I want to access the choices array, and I have to index it, and index will be a random number between 0 and the length. Oh, okay. Okay, so this is what I do. I accessed the choices array, but to get a random index, I do random RNG, which is my random object, and I choose a next integer from 0 to up to the length. So from 0 to 3 exclusive. Since 3 is the length, I will do 2 from 0 to 2. Okay, and then I'll print a message saying that computer chose, no, not choose, and then I'll do, and then what the choice is. Okay, so I'm gonna now test it to see if it's working. Okay, so I'm gonna choose something. I chose scissors and computer chose scissors. Let's do it again. I'll do paper for 2, and then computer chose rock. Alright. One more time. I'll do 5, which is invalid. I choose rock. If I give an invalid option, I get rock. And then the computer chose rock. Getting ties. I get ties. Okay, so I got myself to get a choice, and then I will get the computer to choose. Alright, so I get a choice, and then the computer gets a choice by random. Okay, chooses by random. Okay, now I'm going to now determine the winner. So I am going to now do something. So let's do this. If the computer choice is equal to the player's choice, that will be a draw. Tie, and that will do something. That will get rid of everything else. So it's not gonna give any points. There's no winner determined. The player chose rock and computer chose rock. Same for scissors. If they choose the same object, it will be a tie. And now that's taken care of. I'm going to now do all of the other cases. So this game has a lot of if statements, because there's so many. It's like which wins, which doesn't win, based on what the player chooses versus what the opponent chooses. And so okay, so all of the other ones, if you choose if not that. If player choice dot equals rock, if I choose rock, then I'll do another if here. If p choice, if computer choice dot equals paper System out. I lose. No. That means I win. Player, you win. And or else I'm going to print out the computer wins. Okay. And yeah, the same goes for paper, the same goes for paper, for scissors. I mean, yeah, however, if the computer chose something else, then I'll print a different message. No, I got everything reversed. If paper beats rock, which here is computer would win. And scissors would be beaten by rock, which will be you win. Okay. And to be honest here, I'm going to copy paste that code here for the other cases. For that. So if I choose paper, then either of these two cases would happen. If the computer would choose scissors, I will be winner. No, I will be the loser. So, no, yeah, computer wins because scissors would cut paper. And then if I choose rock, then I would win because rock would okay, because rock would cover paper, would cover rock, and that's my choice, and the computer would lose, so I would win that. And then if I choose scissors, and the computer would choose rock, then rock would win. Scissors would be beaten by rock, and that would mean the computer would win. So rock smashes scissors and computer wins. And then if the computer would choose paper, scissors cuts paper and I win. So now I'm gonna try it. Enter a choice, rock, paper, or scissors. And then I choose scissors, computer chose rock. Computer beats me because I get beaten. The rock smashes the scissors, and yeah, computer wins. And let's do some other games. Try another round. Rock, and it's a tie. Okay, so I'm gonna now make it so I'm gonna put it in a loop. So the game will keep running until the player decides to quit. So I'm gonna do a Boolean. No. I'm gonna remove this hello world, by the way, I don't need it. And I'm gonna do a Boolean rematch equals true. And I'll do be that, and I'll wrap this in a loop while rematch is true. I'm gonna put everything here. To be honest here, I have not been coding in Java. I've been using JavaScript, so keep in mind here. I am now put it in here. And at the bottom, after this is done, I'll do a I'll get the user input again, so I'll do something like sysout play again, and then say something, options, Y for yes, other equals no. Alright. And answer here, and I'll do in.next. And whatever I put rematch, whatever the answer is for the rematch option, I'll do something like I'm going to update the boolean, which will be, and give it a boolean expression where answer would be equals yes. Okay. Dot lower. Equals. I'm gonna try to do that. Answer dot lowercase. To lowercase. Yeah. To convert all of the, if the answer is given in uppercase, convert it to lowercase. All of it. And at the end, I'll do print a message. Thanks for playing. Okay. So I'm going to test it if it even works. I mean, in terms if the program will keep running. So I chose run. If I choose yes, I'm going to keep it. It's going to keep running. Rock. No, I choose paper. And then computer chose rock. I win. And then if I put something else, nope, this will stop running. So it kind of works, I guess, I would say, although not perfect, because there's so many ways of coding. That's what makes coding difficult, is even though if your program works, there's always a better way. Especially for bigger projects, there's always a better way, and the better way is. And in the scope of this video, I'm not gonna like hunt down and find the perfect method or the best method or the most efficient method to code X game or something. Alright, so one more thing is I'll track the number of wins. So I'm going to see something. I'm going to now keep a variable which the player wins and the loss is 0. And what else should I do? Int draws ties equals 0. So player stats. And based on the outcomes, this will be it. So tie, if it's a tie, ties plus plus, that means increment ties by 1. And for the computer to win, losses plus plus. If you lose, you get a loss. And scissors would be, and if you win, wins would go up. Okay, same thing for scissors. For paper, I mean, computer wins, losses go up by 1. If I win, wins go up by 1. By 1, by 1, by 1, by 1. Action swinging around, swinging around, swinging around. Okay, and the computer wins for in the outcome where you chose scissors. Losses go up, and wins here go up if you win. And I'm going to print out 3 messages or saying you won. And then use the wins variable. Like that. And then what else? Well, how many games you lost? You lost. Losses times how many times you lost, and there were, and then what else? Draws, ties. It's ties. There were X ties variable and then ties. Alright, now I'm going to play a full game with the points being tracked. How many games I won, how many games I lost. So I choose scissors and computer chose rock. So computer wins, and then if I chose that, play again, I choose an option to replay or not, and if I do, I'll play again. So yes, so everything works. If I put 1 letter in caps, it's gonna convert to lowercase. So I lost, so my losses should be at 1, and I choose rock here in the second game, and it's a tie, so loss 1, ties 1, and I'll play a game again. If I choose scissors, I win, and I'll do 2 more games. So my scores is 1 win, 1 loss, 1 tie, and I choose rock. This time let's do 13, and there was a tie, so 1 more game. So far 1 win, 1 loss, and 1 more tie, and 2 ties. And play a game, I'll choose scissors, and I'd win. So I should be getting 2 wins, 1 loss, and 2 ties. And I'm done. And so this is what I got. Win 2 times, lost 1 time, and 2 ties. And that's gonna conclude a console app of rock, paper, scissors. I hope you got in your tingles. Drop a like if you did so. Get your tingles. It will be greatly appreciated. And also, don't forget, if you found auction, comment down below that timestamp. I am Kyle, and I make ASMR-fied videos, from coding to stories, etc. Have a good day, have Good night if it's nighttime, and stay tuned for the next video.